Guys, welcome to another video. I need to get a haircut again. You know, it's obvious now that I'm looking at it in the camera, but yeah. Today I want to talk about the Lucifer Effect. You know, some guy wrote a book on it. I can't remember his name. I'm not even going to pretend like I read the book, but I understand the idea behind the book. I read the synopsis, right? Yesterday I posted something about it's not attractive to be nonchalant. You know, it's not really. Society makes us feel like, oh, it's cool to have no emotions or to pretend like you have no emotions, because it's literally impossible to not have emotions, to not feel anything. And you know, people who understand that are probably just looking at the other people who pretend like they don't as idiots, because me and you both know like emotions are a core part of being human beings, you know. And if you say you have no emotions, you are not even human anymore. Do you understand? Like, what are you doing, bro, sis? What are you doing? You know, so a friend of mine reached out and she was in pain, she was hurt. You know, I feel like I was just led to post that on my status because what are the odds that somebody was going through that exact same thing? And I was able to be there for her as a sort of therapist, like my friends usually call me. You know, I just have a natural inclination to talk to people and advise them. You know, some people find it annoying, but hey, it comes natural to me. I'm not trying to fake it or force it. Sometimes I have insights on what's going on, and I just, you know, feel like sharing it, you know, which is one of the main reasons for this type of content. I'm not doing any other thing. I just want to talk to people, and if it's just one person. But yeah, let's not deviate from the conversation. You know, Lucifer Effect, in a world where people have ulterior motives, people are trying to use you for one reason or the other. Maybe you have money, maybe you have a platform, maybe whatever it is, social proof. You know, people are always, usually, not everybody, but most people have an ulterior motive, and the day you stop providing that ulterior motive, you become the enemy, or you get abandoned, or even if you're still providing what they want, they can still turn on you. You know, which was one of the conversations we had. She was like, you know, she's always been that person to help, you know, in any way she can, but even as she's helping, the friends she thought, oh, had her back were just being envious the whole time. They were just jealous of her. And I completely relate. I completely relate to giving so much of yourself out and receiving nothing in return, receiving little to nothing in return. You just feel like your efforts aren't worth it. They're not being seen, you know. And over time, good people eventually turn bad because they give up. They're tired. They're tired of being walked over, you know, stepped on, taken advantage of just because of their better nature, you know. And I would say I'm not a good person, you know. I don't think anybody is. We just try to be. But I would say I'm the type of person that leans more into being a good person. You know, I try my best. Sometimes even against my own better judgment. Like, I'm just the type of person to try and help. You know, even when I'm not even asked. I don't even need to be asked. Sometimes I just feel like, yeah, I want to help these people out. And more often than not, I'm not recognized for my efforts. I'm not recognized for what I try to do for people, you know. And more often than not, I'm even hated. Like, I don't know this at the time, but usually in retrospect I realize, oh, these people really didn't like me. You know, I'm sure they had their conversations behind my back, like, you know, this guy. But I made this video to talk and say, I think when we stop being good people because we want people to acknowledge us for being good, and we start being good people because that's genuinely who we are, I think we'll find the sense of peace. I'm not saying it's going to get easier. I'm not saying, suddenly all the bright lights will fall upon you and, show the world that, oh, you're such an amazing person. But I would say you would find peace in your day-to-day life. Like, just knowing that you're not expecting anything from anybody. The people you help, you're not helping them because any part of you feels like, oh, maybe they'll be your friends now. Maybe, maybe the girl is going to date you. Maybe the guy will now develop feelings for you. Maybe they'll help you in future. Whatever, is some inclination of you might have, like, oh, as I'm doing this, maybe I'll make a friend, blah, blah, blah. And just do it because that's who you are. Do it. In fact, sometimes do it with the premise that this person will most probably betray you at the end. That's sad, but I think when we have no expectations, I won't even say little, because with little expectations, you can still get screwed over, but doing it without any sense of or any expectation of a return, life will pay you back. Somehow, because karma exists, whether we like it or not. You don't have to, even if you're a Christian, you follow the Bible, he who, it's in the, I don't want to paraphrase because I might be wrong, but it's there. You read the stories, evil people meet evil ends. That's karma. Good people will be rewarded. That's karma. It doesn't have to be said like ho-ha, but, in fair, that's what he meant. Things like law of attraction, you read it, as a man thinks, so he is. It's in the Bible. That's the law of attraction, but that's a different topic. Yeah, without expectation, without thinking people are gonna love you now, they're gonna respect you now. Just do it because that's who you are. That's who you were raised to be. That's who your mom taught you, your dad taught you to be. And I think once we start being who we are, damn the consequences, and without expectation of rewards, I think we'll find peace. We'll find a sense of self. The truth is, being you isn't being perfect. Being you isn't this sort of enlightenment, like, whoa, I know who I am now. And I think that's what a lot of people are chasing, and they'll never find it. They'll never find it. Or they might find the illusion of it, but not really. You see, being you is very simple. It's hiding your emotions. That's it. It's just hiding your emotions. It's just, when you're angry, be angry. Recognize that you're angry. Anger is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not, where it's a bad thing is when you act on it, where you react in anger. Then you're able to do something that, will not be considered a sin if you're a Christian, or lead you into trouble on just a regular basis. But someone pisses you off, be angry. Why shouldn't you? You want to pretend like it didn't hurt you just so that you keep the peace? That's betrayal of self. Now you're not being yourself. That's literally it. Someone pissed you off, be angry. And then don't react to the anger. Don't let it consume you, but be aware that you're angry, and then do something about it. Maybe it involves confronting the person, but not from a clouded state of mind where you're just angry. No, but from like, bro, sis, whatever you did, like, I didn't appreciate that. I don't like that. Please don't do that again. And then if the person seems to not agree with you or whatever, then to hell with him, to hell with her. Cut them off. You don't need that type of energy around your life. You don't need people who can't say sorry. I feel like I deviated from the conversation, but yeah. When you're happy, be happy. Don't be scared to be happy. People are scared to be happy. Right? That's just being you. And being you, if you're a kind person who loves to give, who loves to share love, who loves to make others feel better, do that because that's who you are. Don't do it because you think, oh, you know, you're going to get something out of it. No, I think that's where we get bitter, because that expectation will eventually lead to disappointment, because we're human beings. Even us, we disappoint people whether we know it or not, you know. So I think it's unfair to other people for you to expect something from them just because you did something for them. It's unfair. They're not you. They don't have your values. They don't, you know, and all that's going to make you be is bitter. You just become a bitter person. You just be angry at the world, angry at yourself. For what? Punishing yourself for being a good person or trying to be a good person. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to say, look, for all the people who try to be good out there, for all these people, for all you in the world, wherever you are, you know, just trying to be the good in the world, don't stop. I think that's what strength really is. The ability to be yourself, even though the world is trying every trick in the book to make you not, to make you something other than who you were born and made to be. That's true strength. Strength isn't building a facade, building a character because you don't want people to hurt you or you don't want to be disapproved of. That's not strength, that's weakness, that's cowardice. You're running away. Let's call it what it is, you know, and we're all guilty of that, even me, you know, acting a certain type of way because, you know, you don't want a situation like what happened the last time you were being yourself to happen. Because being ourselves is vulnerable, it's raw, it's who we are, and any attack on that person is an attack on us really for who we are. And I understand that's hard to take. But real strength is in taking, think about it, it's not the warrior who has all the shield and armor on and nobody can hit. That's not strength. Who you admire is the person that goes into battle without armor and somehow comes back. Yeah, he comes back beaten, he comes back bruised, he comes back whatever, but he comes back and he does it again. You know, he doesn't go back with armor next time. He's strong enough to know that, look, regardless of what happens, I'm coming back. And that's what strength is. Every day you leave your house, every day you interact with people, be yourself. Be strong enough to know that, look, whether these people approve of who I am or not, I will continue to be who I am. Whether I give myself out or not, I don't expect anything back from people. That's just me. If I get something back, wow, amazing. If I don't, I'm not bothered. I didn't expect it in the first place. Just be you. You know, that's it. And the Lucifer Effect will have nothing on you. It can't touch you because you don't expect anything from people. Now, don't get me wrong, like from your family, your spouse, your significant other, of course you should expect things. I'm just talking about day-to-day people, you know? Let the universe, let God reward you. Just know that, you know, do it because you know he's watching, do it because you know he's a witness, not because you want human approval. And I think that's where we'll find a sense of peace and stability and clarity of mind. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Peace.